Welcome to another WRL stream. Today we have the grand final between OIDA and Europae. And with me I have Deacon. Welcome.
Hi, thanks for having me. Yeah, should be a big match. Always happy to turn up for the final, get all the glory.
Yeah. You know, I had to get someone on with some prestige to cast this final with me. And some inside knowledge, of course, about your fellow teammates. So yeah, really exciting final since we have the all-time Warband legends AE facing off the legendary team of OIDA, who's winning every single match of this tournament. So they're looking very strong.
They've been really
very strong for this final.
Destroying everyone, really. Definitely, I think coming into this match, like, you have to consider them fairly heavy favourites. I'd say I got 7 out of 10 them winning this, maybe.
That's a lot.
I know. How can you not, right? I mean, AE have looked pretty shaky throughout. They had the 2-week break. I know the other team did. But obviously they didn't even get to fight R last week, which I think probably would have been good for them. And to be honest, they've just not been looking that confident all season. And I think if you look at this OIDA team, it's full of quite kind of younger. They got a lot. They've been playing a lot. They're really good. There's lots of hunger to win. And I just don't know if AE will be able to compete with that. I hope they can. I hope they absolutely stomp them, but we'll see. Not that I'm biased.
I wouldn't say that I like a stomp, because I just want to have a good final. So
I'll be very happy
like
with
as many rounds as possible, Winterberg if possible. Like, you still have to see it happen, but yeah,
I can't.
Just a good final.
My heart can handle Winterberg.
Oh,
I'll be dying of stress, I think.
I don't know. Has there ever been a tournament where it was on a deciding map like Winterberg?
No, I don't think the grand final. Yeah. There's been semi-finals, but not grand finals.
We had some great quarterfinals of this tournament. So
yeah, we'll see. I think this the first map. To be honest, I mean, let's talk about the map pick ban a bit, actually, because I thought it was quite interesting. I really thought. I think AE will probably be pretty happy with the maps they've ended up with. Just because I think Run, that's a map they're kind of confident on. Their strong suit is the Cav, right? You got that Shema, P, Axel, Azan, some heavy hitters. I know BD's not too shabby at Cav either. So I think they'll be pretty happy with this coming into this on that for their first map.
Yeah, definitely. Also looking to see they're starting on Rodogs though. Would you consider Sarnets as a better faction for cavalry?
Yeah, I mean, you've got those longer lances, considerably more maneuverability. I guess one disadvantage is that those crossbows will be pumping out quite a lot of damage on those horses. And actually, I've seen a few scrims and stuff, and I could see a Rodok infantry taking a pike, and that could do some serious work against Saranid horses.
Yeah, I think that's gonna be interesting to see, because AE is starting on Rodok side normally. So
we'll see. I suspect Anchor will be playing infantry on this map, and he is many things, but he's an absolute master of the pike. He's definitely one of the best pike users in the scene, probably one of the best pike users ever. So I really think if he's going to be playing, we'll definitely be seeing those pikes coming out.
Yeah, that would be some nice action going on, pike action. It's not something you see all too often, though.
Yeah, I think it's down to the factions, right? Because the Saranid usually don't want to be taking a pike on the open map because of range threat, right? You wouldn't want to do it against Vegas. You get shot in the chest once you're almost dead. With Saranids, you can almost risk getting hit by their archers a couple of times, because of the damage output just isn't the same.
Yeah, interesting. We're gonna not see Vegas in any of the 2 maps unless we go to Winterberg. Then it's all Vegas. But do you think that's gonna be a factor, not having Vega archers?
I definitely think that favors AE, because as good as the AE archers are, on the other side you've got probably who I'd say were probably the best archers in the scene right now, The A archers have been putting in a real shift. They've been doing well. But for my money, Matt is currently the best ranger in the scene right now. He pumps out headshots, and I think A will be very, very grateful to not have to face Oida, hopefully, unless he goes to Winterberg, on a Vegas, on an open map. So I do think they'll be happy with that. I think, in general, even on the second map, when we start looking towards that, they're not big ranger factions. So
yeah, it's for the North, so.
Yeah, so I do think it's gone pretty favourably, the map pick ban and factions for AE. We'll see whether that's enough to kind of swing the balance. I do have my doubts, but we'll see.
Yeah, but everything can happen, of course. You never know. Like maybe, do you think stress can be a factor for any of these teams playing in this grand final?
I think that almost every player here has played in enough finals that not really. I just think everyone here. I mean, you've got obviously the more experienced team right there. They've been almost everyone in that team's been playing at the top level in grand finals for years and years. But even on the OIDA side, most of these guys, in fact, I'm pretty sure all of them have played in like multiple, probably at least 3, 4, 5 finals. So I don't think nerves will be a big issue for either side, to be honest.
Okay. Any members you think are gonna pop off today? The players.
Yeah, I'd say on the OIDA side, I mentioned before, I think those Rangers are absolutely lethal. Them and I'd say I expect Brian or Four, one of those, to kind of pop off his cav. They're really they play in a bit of a Freudian style on some of these maps. They just career around corners with calcs lances, banging out kills, and they're doing it really well. On the AE side, I mean, it's Pete, right? Pete and Scar are the men you're looking to here to carry the day. They are two of the best players in the scene, two of the best players of all time. So AE will be heavily leaning on them to put in a shift.
Right. Yeah, I'm gonna keep an eye out for Matt because he likes his sneaky archer positions and shots. So that's one I'm
a really
explosive
ranger. Matt can pull off some amazing rounds. Has on the occasion gone missing on a big occasion, so we'll see.
Yeah, you always have to pop up, of course, on the fight day or match day.
Yeah, and there's some big game players on that AE side. People like LaRue, who, you know, even if he's not having the best tournament, sometimes he won't be having the best map, but there's always a threat, and he seems to turn up on those big occasions. So we'll see if he can do it today.
Quickly setting up the team names here, as I think we're about to go live very soon.
So I think the meta on this map has kind of developed into 5 Cav playing on the Saranid side, which is a bit of a throwback to the olden days. About 5-6 years ago, I remember when A started grinding loads with 5 Cav. So we'll see. With kind of 2 archers and then the 1 inf. The issue with that strategy for me is as soon as that infantry is dead, you have no push pressure whatsoever. And even with the 1 infantry against 2 infantry, you've got no pressure whatsoever. So you can be very, very vulnerable. And if you lose people early, you can just lose the whole map, just because your rangers will be too far away from the flag.
Yeah, I'm just thinking Rodox. I would say 2 infantry is a good possibility to see, because I would say Rodok infantry can stay alive quite a bit on flags on this open map. But yeah, 5 Cav is, especially this tournament, we've seen it a lot by multiple teams pulling it off. Especially IR, of course.
Yeah.
They were also Cav heavy roster, so that's not too big of a surprise there.
I agree on 2 infantry. It seems so standard on Rodox, just because I think you lack so much in terms of rangers and in terms of cavalry, that having that infantry core, just those two infantry playing together, it can be really hard to shift, and it gives you this great focal point for the Rhodoks to play around. And the Saronids, they have to start riding into these Rhodok infantry. Some of them got war spears, some of them got pikes, and that can be the focal point from which Rhodoks can kind of really crank up the pressure. Without that, they just lose across the board, really. So I imagine it'll be two infantry. If not, we'll see. It's going to be very glass cannon builds.
Yeah, I think he's also a team that likes to keep the like standard strategy just to start off with, I feel, unless they have like something prepared for a specific occasion, which might be a grand final, who knows. Yeah, I think we're going live into the first set here of Reverend Village between Commando OIDA and Apis Europae. Straight off the start, 5 cavalry from OIDA and 5 cavalry from AE, so both opting to take the extra cavalry instead of an infantry.
Yeah, I think I'm not too surprised. We have got that one infantry on the Rhodoks, but you can see they've given this pole arm to Rue, and I think he'll be playing kind of further forward alongside Anchor and using him for that pushing power, that focal point I was talking about.
Yeah. Vincent, no. Deacon is with me, so he's all good. Like this stream has proved that he's with me.
Oh, and OGL has reared a cav already, actually, and
yeah, really aggressive.
They could have
here.
got something done there. Nice work from him there. Oida's starting to push in.
Yeah, Visconti wants to put some pressure on LaRue, but Anchor is keeping him off.
Lovely work by Shema there. Breaks the shield, gets a crossbow bolt off, but it doesn't
shot from Maximu though. Traded by LaRue. A push with a nice kill onto Azan.
Bit of an overcommitment there from Azan. I think they'd already pushed off, traded, and they would have been happy with that.
OGL's now going to start getting pressured by cavalry. Anchor
cavalry really flying everywhere right now.
In the 2v2. Oh, nice kill from Visconti there onto Anchor. There comes the cavalry.
Yeah, they turned that really well. They turned from the other fight after a cav got dismounted, and they were right back over to that LaRue kind of area on the rock, and they punished it really well. And it's going to be a tough call this now for A to pull this one back.
Cav getting stopped though, but don't manage to get a finish off here. Oh, thanks. I did indeed forget to adjust the score. It's still 0-0. As Axel's last one standing, but he's gonna get finished off by Gibby.
Only one kill in the round there for A bit of an ominous start.
Yeah, I think it was really good coordination from OIDA there, switching from first putting pressure on OGL, and like you mentioned, when Peter lost his horse, switching over to LaRue and Anchor, who by that time had already fallen.
Yeah, and that's one of the advantages as Saronids, right? You can, because of the added maneuverability of the horses and the increased riding skill, you can navigate your way out of those fights so much quicker. You can just turn out, and that's what makes a difference, right? Even if you're first in by a second, 2 seconds, that can be the difference maker, because you pick up those first kills and it just snowballs.
Yeah, it's I think it was maybe a bit too spread out from AE as well. Like with Cav going everywhere and making the battlefield like really large. Maybe they should try and keep it a bit more condensed.
It's kind of what I was talking about, I suppose, with that focal point and the Rhodoks. They can't be just spreading out like that, because the Saronid maneuverability, the rate of fire from the archers who can just shoot from anywhere, it all favours the Saronids in those open fights. But this flag, however, you'd think should be favourable for the Rhodoks.
Yeah, definitely. Of course, we do have Anchor on his own here, so if there is going to be too much pressure, cavalry will need to stay alive.
Yeah, OGL just round that corner now. I think he has been seen, but he is applying a decent amount of pressure there.
It's good that Anchor keeps the pressure on the flag as well, because OIDA will need to start making a move. Maximu. Oh, Matt is he might try and flank around there, put some pressure on LaRue in graveyard.
Yeah, the AE Cav look ready for it, and here comes Habimana. This guy's
Nice
a
one from
beast of an open
Yanksar,
map
but
infantry.
Yanksar, nice kill.
And they'll be feeling pretty hard done by there. A few of those AE guys not picking up kills, but it doesn't matter because Oida are absolutely kicking their heads in again.
Yeah, it's Alka and Maximu popping off with another double. Team kill there from Thor.
Having Maximu just unopposed up there on that, I mean, how can you fight down there? You just can't. AE really need to do more to disrupt that because we talked about that Saranid power, the lack of strength. It doesn't matter. It's your Maximu. He's hitting headshots, right? Does not matter.
Yep, he got the final one as well.
I mean, yeah, there we are. Maximu, you cannot leave him unopposed like that.
4 kills.
I thought AE were a little bit unlucky in that first round. That I think Lepash was it on the flag. Habiman on the flag took about 3 hits, so they were unfortunate not to pick up that kill, and then Anchor immediately dying to that couch lance. Probably focusing a little bit too much trying to secure that kill, but they can count themselves a little bit lucky, but they can't just let rounds spiral out of control like that. It feels like they lose 1 or 2 and it very, very quickly falls to pieces.
Yeah, I think Anchor dying there with the couch, I think that was the really big part. And them not being able to finish off Oida or Visconti was the infantry. Flag is going to spawn open again. OGL is going to position himself at the fence. So basically have a exact same positioning from a for the flag. Nice shot onto Thor.
Azad looking pretty isolated again. Don't see how he gets out of this.
Gets dismounted. Trying his best, but Opash finishing him off. Brian with the double.
Big domination here from Oida.
Yep.
Absolutely obliterating AE. And this is what I was concerned about.
Yeah, it's it's not looking good like this. Maybe if they switch over to Saranid's side, they might be able to do it. But it's just also the teamwork from Oida is just on point. Like they just swarm one after another. And
I think it's almost it feels to me Oida's teamwork's good, but AE displaying kind of anti-teamwork. They're miles apart. They seem disjointed, disconnected. Like they're not communicating properly. Really poor set. And my concern here is this is AE's map pick, and they would have been looking going into this. We need to pick up a win on this open map, right? We need to win the open map, and we can translate that into picking up a few rounds on a closed map and secure the win. I think that would have been how they were looking to win this match. And now, at best, they have a draw, and they'll be seriously concerned right now.
Yeah, I think the main factor for AE is that they need to try and work together, I feel. Like, when you're just spectating, it looks like Oida is just all over the place and they switch from one target to another and it doesn't matter. And I think AE needs to try and stay alive and not get picked off one by one.
Yeah, I agree. I think also, I think it can be quite hard talking about stuff like teamwork, and it always feels a bit nebulous, like you can't think. But I also think that if you're winning, when fights break down, and one team is consistently winning those, they're just playing better, right? Teamwork aside, they're the ones picking up those kind of small edges when it matters. And that just means, I mean, it's as I was talking about before the match, that's a team in form, playing really well, versus a team perhaps a little bit short of confidence that isn't playing that well.
Yeah. I think as well, like, just Oida being, like, the whole tournament is, like, on their behalf. Like, they're just playing at their best, and it's all working out for them. So I think that on top of that, with AE maybe struggling a bit, is giving us the results we have so far. But then again, we're going to switch over to Saranid's soon, so maybe we'll be able to do a bit more on that, having the firepower from the archers as well.
Yeah, I mean, I definitely think Saranids have the advantage on this map.
Mm-hmm.
A will be needing a 3-0. Otherwise, I'm happy to call this match is over.
Well, we still have a close map as well, though, so who knows? Yeah, I think if he can get like first kills here, that might also be a big factor. Like, if they manage to break the like the deadlock of losing a member early on, and then basically fighting constantly at a disadvantage, A might be able to put some pressure up themselves.
Yeah, 100%. I think when your team gets early kills, you feel that kind of confidence coming right back, and right the same as vice versa. When you're in a team and it's all happened right, whether it's me getting headshot 2 rounds in a row right at the start, or like a cav just frustrated running off and dying, you feel hopeless when you're the rest of the team when people start dying like that, and you just feel like you can't win, like you're powerless almost in the match because every fight's at a disadvantage. So you really need to start cranking up the pressure, and they're going to have to be hoping someone like Pete or like an Axel can start really pulling off some magic here and getting something wild done before it once again goes out of their hands.
Yeah, as we're going into the second set, let's see if he can bring it back. I do love some streamer. Vincent, if you're watching.
Looks like 5 cav me. I haven't actually got the streamer either, but
Alright, thank you. So yeah, same 5 cav strategy.
yeah. And look at all those crossbows. Oida cavalry bristling with crossbows, trying to get those cheeky shots off.
Yeah, I'm gonna keep an eye out on Matt for this one, since he's on point with his crossbow lately.
We'll see. I think this is a decent flag for Saranids. I suspect they'll get an infantry and an archer close up to that church. It's quite standard. Get an archer further out into the field, push that archer along the map edge, which can make him pretty awkward to get at for those Rodok cavalry, and start really cranking up the pressure because that Rodok crossbowman in the field, he should not be having a chance to reload. This is an opportunity now to really shut down those Oida archers.
Yeah, he is quite far away though, so he's Leroux's already being hit, so he's down to half HP.
Yeah, that makes it a lot riskier to take those gambles.
Meantime, A seems to want to push the flag and get a bit of control.
There's A cab just screening to try and push them off.
It's not giving up though.
Yeah, they're going to have to make that move, and Brew dead already. That is really rough.
Axel also being dismounted, but Visconti really low though. These Saranid horses going down so fast.
This isn't looking good. These extended fights, those horses are just
Peter with
dying.
a kill onto Brian. OGL onto Visconti. A now coming back, double from OGL. Play that, losing his horse. Matt still firing down upon them. 35 seconds, flag is still in favor of Oida. Nice one from OGL, that's his third kill of the round. As Maximo also really low. And gets finished off by Azan. OGL now on the flag, 22 seconds though.
Flag, surely. He wants to
really
pick
needs
up
to
this win.
But he's just staying alive, and Matt now also coming.
There's dismount. A need to pick this up.
There might be a draw, they need to kill Lapage though.
Behind his horse. And I don't see how they win this round. And that's heartache there for A.
That's really unfortunate. On the other hand, this might be showing that they can get a draw out of this, as they looked a lot better with OGL just popping off there, getting a triple.
Yeah, that's that rate of fire of the Saranids. Even when you're a bit under pressure, you can just squeeze in those extra shots, and that was a difference maker. But they'll be really kicking themselves there. And whilst you can call it unlucky, but you can also say Oida had a Rodok infantry on that flag for almost a minute.
Yeah, I think the flag was about 80% up for Rodox.
Yeah, exactly.
Oida,
So, I mean, and A maybe taking a little bit too long to pull the trigger, but it can be hard. And like you say, they've proven now they can win a round.
Yeah.
Now they just need to actually do it.
I think a good job from me was also keeping Maximum mostly out of the fight. He still got a kill though, but that was on a downed cavalry.
Yeah, it's a really hard flag. When you're like crossbow who's got to go out into the field, it's really hard. You're so far away, you can't.
No,
really
I was talking about
easily.
Maximum who was playing close.
Oh, okay.
Like A was putting pressure on him, so he couldn't really reload and do much. I felt. So I think that was good job. Matt, on the other hand, he was quite freely, but then again, I mean, like he's so far.
Up Rude, didn't he, early on?
First kill from Matt onto OGL, that's a big one.
Once again, A starting around, Ranger down, and it's a real difference maker right now because you can't start these rounds a man down every time if you're playing 2 archers. And Shema really trying to get something done. A Cav flying in. Haven't managed to pick up a kill though, and they'll be kicking themselves.
Ascent getting dismounted there in the middle. Finished off by Maximu. Oida now with 2-man advantage. Peter with one back onto Brian. In the meantime, Anchor is still raising that flag, doing a great job. There comes the calf. Nice kill from Axel. He's coming back into a draw position. As we have a 4v5 in favor of Oida right now. But
Anchor's still up though. That could be really important. They need to get back on the flag though, because that advantage is quickly slipping away.
The store is doing a good job on keeping them away. Matt is in a great position, but nice kill from Axel. You just need to stay alive on this flag. Nice jump there from Anchor onto Yanksar, basically on 1 HP. You just need to stay alive for 23 seconds.
Oh, silly there from Anchor to get killed. Pete does make up for it there.
Yeah. Maximu coming in now. Nice shot from Matt. It's a 2v3. You just need to stay alive for 10 more seconds. Leroux just needs to block. Oh! It just killed him. Yeah. I think he literally needed to stay alive for 1 second.
And you really have to question Anchor there. Completely threw his life away with a really poor attempt to stun.
Yeah. Just such a close one.
Yeah, I mean that's 2 rounds in a row where you'd think probably in a position to win the round, and not managing to do it, and that's got to be pretty heartbreaking there. And it's looking harder and harder now for them to make this comeback.
Yeah, but on the other hand, like I'm happy to see AE fight back though. Like the first set looked totally different than what we're seeing right now. Like we're seeing close fights and. Yeah, if they manage to pull a 3-1 here and get 3 rounds in a row, like it's still possible.
You're a man of never-ending positivity.
Well you have to. I want to have a good fight, but Maximu with a shot onto Azan once again.
You can't win like this.
No, Maximu with the double. This is now just not looking good.
You can't win matches when you lose some people early. It just doesn't happen. And it's happened every round in this set.
They just need to finish it off.
Oida taking their time. I think they're hoping for some more crossbow shots onto those cavalry, weaken them a bit further. They can take their time there. And here comes Habby.
Leroux getting pressured. Visconti really low though. Yanksar doesn't get finished off. OGL though with a kill on Axel. That's 2 quick kills now. Back for E. He still have the flag. Still 1 minute though, so. Maximu getting put low. Nice maneuverability from Axel there. But play that. Taking down my mat. OGL with another one. Flag still in favor of AE, but not much. Oh, nice kill there from OGL. Another one. He might actually just come back and win this.
Yeah, looks like a win this for OGL.
Just OGL triple and Peter with the double. They're not out just yet.
Pete and OGL really putting in a shift there.
Yeah, I think what you mentioned in the first round of the second set, Matt playing as a crossbowman in the open field, OGL taking him out there as soon as he fired his bolt and then not being able to reload. That was like what you mentioned in the first round as well. Like the pressure you can keep with being an archer.
I think it's almost not worth putting a crossbow there. Like, I don't think you can apply enough pressure. You get this one shot, and then as soon as the other guy's
the thing is, Matt is getting his kills though. Like if you do get a kill, it's like almost a 1-for-1, so it's not the worst, but yeah.
And I like this hit by A. We'll see if they can pick anything off from it. It's looking a bit ragged now.
Putting a lot of pressure on Maximu here. Oh, nice one onto Thor. As Axel gets finished off by Lapage though. Maximu and Visconti.
They maybe need to pull off now. They're starting to take a lot of crossbow bolts on their horses. I do think it was a nice push.
Really far up.
Yeah, he's committed now. They're no way they're back now.
On the other hand, Lapage really low. Brian also half health.
Okay, now they pull off. They've pushed Maximu all the way back.
Flag is in center, so.
And here comes the counter push though.
Oh, Yanks are with a sneaky kill.
That's pretty poor. That shouldn't be happening really.
Hasn't being dismounted. Not finished off just yet. Now he.
Hey, you have to kind of lean into this fight now. He needs to get kills back here. But it doesn't look like it will happen. And Rue, absolutely miles away now.
Yeah.
I think it was a really nice push. I think they probably pushed it a little bit too far. But lovely by Peters, look, despite how
still 50 seconds though, so they can. Oh, nice one from Bloody. That needs to stay alive, but Maximu doesn't miss those. Lapage still alive though on 1 HP. He's been like riding around like that for a minute now.
And Ogle playing far too far off the flag in my opinion.
Nice kill from OGL. Gets hit though by Maximu as he's now in a 1v1. Oh, Maximu with spin.
That chamber.
Peter basically needs to stay alive for 20 seconds.
There are shields on the floor. And Rue loses, but that shouldn't be of any consequence. It does go down. A bit silly there from Ogle. He did well to pick up the kills, but it just gets baited into a thrust by Maximu, who is just an extremely accomplished duelist, and he can chamber them every day of the week, and he pulls it off there and kills Ogle.
Yeah, I think overall, nice initial push from AE, but I think, like you mentioned, during the fight they should have pulled back a little bit earlier. And by that time their horses were already so low, they just got picked off.
I think in, I don't know how many years I've been playing Warband, must be quite a lot. That's the first impactful chamber I've ever seen.
So it actually is useful to learn chamber.
Yeah, who knew? Who knew? You rarely see them pull off successfully in battle. So pretty cool to see that. And all that dual work paying off for Maximu.
Flag once again gonna be raised by Visconti. A will need to start rushing though. As they're a bit slow on their positioning.
Yeah, this flag is getting pretty high. We saw what happened last time, and OIDA have swapped out completely. They're playing on the other side now.
Yeah.
I think this makes sense. Probably safer for their crossbows. They are moving one crossbow probably slightly too far back. For my opinion, it's going to be pretty hard for him to shoot, but we'll see.
Yeah, it's Matt. He's used to that distance, I guess. Anchor now starting to contest. Oh, Maximu. What a shot.
Yeah.
Wave user taking down Leroux. Once again, oh, Maximu with another one. That's a double. Anchor.
I mean, this is the issue. These are a lot of unforced kind of errors. They're not necessarily kills that should be happening. There's not loads of pressure, but they're giving up kills before the fight begins. And we saw that really happening a lot, so far in this match. complete demolition here.
Yeah. Peter getting one back though, but it's not going to be enough as it's only OGL and Shema left.
Yeah, you have to feel sorry here for Ogle and Pete, who put in a real shift in this set. They go into the second map now, 6-1 down, which is
Maximo on 11-2.
Yeah, not too bad. Oida playing very, very, very well.
Matt also 6-1. Like we have to, like
Yeah.
you mentioned it in like before we started the match. Maximo or the archers from Oida in general, just really pulling their weight. I think we see that right here.
I want to say as well about Happy Manor. He's 1-4, but that doesn't reflect his contribution. He's playing this open map inf. He's been an absolute nuisance. Have really struggled to take him down throughout, and maybe he's got off. I mean, you could say he's got off a bit lucky a couple of rounds, but that's all you can do is in open map infantry. You've got to be a presence. You've got to be there with your pole arm out. And for my money, at the moment, he is the best in the scene at doing that. And whilst he's got 1-4, it's still an MVP performance.
Yeah, I think we can agree on that. It's been a really good performance from him.
Yeah, and you have to love it because it shows the kind of the nuance almost with this game, the game that we love, that you can go 1-4. I don't think there's another game in the world where you could go 1-4, yet be absolutely instrumental in your team winning.
Oh yeah, I think in Warband especially, infantry on those open maps, it's just just staying alive. You can do so much.
Right, this should be fun. I'm not here for a winning now. I think that ship has sailed. What I am here for is absolute unit quality, top tier infantry. We got some of the best infantry of all time on both sides. I want to see them go, have big brawls, and that'll be really. I mean, that's just going to be great to watch. You got some absolute stone cold killer infantry here.
Well, the fact that we have Nords and Swadia, I think that's only going to be even better, as they're two inf-heavy factions, I would say.
Yeah, well, despite me saying that, we all know Cav are going to come and ruin the day with their long all pikes.
Can we just have an 8v8 inf tournament, please?
Yes, that'd be the day.
Like no throwing weapons, no, like just pure inf. Would be interesting.
That would be a lot of fun. I find those infantry tournaments get fun. They get a bit more random, but they do get a lot of fun when you start going up to like 4 or 5. It's absolutely wild.
So yeah, any predictions for setups from these teams on this map?
So I think, all right, there's a 10% chance either team takes 3 cav on Swadia, but I think they'll probably go for a normal setup with a 4 infantry, 2 crossbows, and 2 cavalry. I suspect both sides on Nords will be going for a kind of 5 inf, 2 cav, 1 archer setup. But I suspect that's what they do. On the other hand, if you've got Maximo and Matt playing like they are, maybe they'll want to squeeze in the extra archer, but feels a bit pointless with the Jav advantage anyway. We'll see.
Right, going into the third set already. A is gonna start on Swadia, so let's see if they take the extra cav or are they gonna opt with 2 crossbows. Yeah, they're just keeping it normal. Oida is gonna take
I'm missing someone, so
yeah, Matt still needs to spawn in. Says probably archer. Oh no, he's playing as inf. Okay, so
yeah, I think that makes sense.
We're gonna have a re, I think. Or was that a team kill on purpose? Yeah, I think we're gonna have a reset before we go live. There we go. So most likely gonna see the 5 imps on Oida.
Yeah, I think it's really up to the Swardians to do something unusual, right? Because if these factions you'd think go at it in anywhere other than like an open field, the Nord infantry should have their way. And frankly, even in an open field with those jabs flying, it would probably be quite close. So it really needs. I mean, they've got the cavalry to do it, right? Shema, for my money, the best
Is this
long
not
war
live
pack
again
cavalry.
or what?
Nah, it's not live.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry. I thought we had a real life. I'm messed up the whole time. Yeah, I'm gonna adjust the score in a second. Right, there you go. This time we should be live. Let's fix the score.
I'd say
It's
so.
6-1 in favor of Oida at the moment.
So we'll see. I think we really need to see a performance here from the Swardian cavalry, and that's for both teams, because those long wall pikes will be what makes a difference.
Yeah, definitely. On the other hand, the javelins from North will also be crucial.
I think a lot of people would have seen that complete montage of jab headshots Scar got in a match, which was absolutely barbaric, and it just shows. I mean, they're so lethal and free. A little bit unbalanced, perhaps, but we get the middle flag.
Yeah. Shema's gonna sit on that a little bit, waiting for a sneaky kill.
Yeah, kind of waiting for a push on the side, but it looks to me like
yeah, they're gonna push around.
Yeah, they're going around the other way. I think this makes sense. So Nords will be pretty happy just to sit themselves in that alleyway where they can't really be approached, and they kind of have the pressure on the flag then.
The only minor issue here is that Maximo only has a limited range, or they're gonna flank
looks
around
like they're
all the
going
way.
even further around, yeah. It's quite unusual.
Eel seems to be ready for it though. Yes. Nope. I thought they were gonna meet them, but they're just gonna stick on the flag.
I quite like this by Oida. I think it's probably taken a bit too long and haven't really gained too much, but they're forcing.
Yeah, they're just gonna start charging now.
Where they want to fight him here. Shouldn't be getting any javelins here.
OGL looking for a sneaky shot.
And here comes an A push, really nice.
Nice one from Axel onto Lapage. Nice shot from OGL as well onto Brian. AE just getting all the kills. A double from M there. That's 5 kills in a row. Make that 6. Cleric with a double. And it's only Maximo left. And that's all 8 and a clean round from AE.
Alright. There's life in the old dog yet.
That was just really well coordinated push there from AE, and
long wall pikes is an Axel lovely utilising that long wall pike to perfection. Picks up a kill. I'm not sure if it was a one bang or the other guy being hurt or something, but that's why they're so lethal, and that's what Swardians can do. They can just tear apart a round in a few seconds.
Yeah, and if you look at their outfits right now, Peter, Scar and Cleric just look really nice.
Yeah, if you check out M, he must have gone. They must have gone for chainmail drop.
I didn't say. Yeah, like from above, like I was too high up. It looked like he had like the default armor. Like it's also red. I didn't saw it. Yeah, that's
a really nice. If you take that chainmail the first round, you can, even if you don't get a kill, you can upgrade straight to that red armor. Don't imagine Oida not looking. I'm surprised by this. Not looking like they want to contest the balcony. I feel like they could have as Nord.
They're just gonna sit and wait, raise the flag a bit, and put.
I think they want to give room for Maximu, but I imagine Maximu is going to get shut down pretty quickly here.
He's in a bit of a rough spot.
LaRue set himself up to take a big hit though.
Yeah.
He's kind of.
It's alright though. Like he only takes like 20 damage or something. So.
Yeah, they're kind of relying on him, I think, to shut down Maximu.
Here comes the end fight.
And
Cav coming in. Where's the AE Cav? Waiting here. Wave user with first kill onto Peter. Gibby with a team kill though. Thor with a team kill as well. 2 team kills in favor of AE there. Scar with another one. That's a double. It's only Brian and Yanks are left. Make that only Yanks are. And oh, nice one from Scar.
Yeah, really nice work there. I think they did that. I mean, I think it was possibly a mistake on Shema's part. He kind of rode off to help Roy against Maximu when the big fight was happening. But AA infantry looking pretty solid there. Nice cohesive unit, and a bit of windmilling from the OIDA infantry, and they just get a few team kills and brought back now. Shema on 4 kills, M and Cleric, the ancient duo on 3 and 2, and Scar as well, always ever reliable.
Yeah, that was really OIDA there, because it looked like they were gonna win that infantry fight, but then just the team kills happening, and
I mean, look at the scores across the board. It's makes for quite dismal reading.
Yeah, that's painful.
Yeah, you wouldn't think this was a stomp match, would you?
Yeah, it's quite surprising that it has changed so much. Of course, it is like Swedish Alpikes with the calf, but still, Nords.
If they pick up this round, there's an outside chance, right? On Nords, you can just stomp. There's a chance they can stomp. They can get that 3-0.
OIDA not gonna let A switch around though, as Yanks are not being able to couch here. There comes the cap. Shema with a nice bump though. Axel with the kill onto Gibby. Wave user onto Cleric though. And that's just going left and right here. As that's a double for Shema. Axel with another quadruple for Shema. He's just on fire.
And this is why I said he's best long all-pike cav user that has ever played the game.
That's a team kill though, but it's all fine.
He is unplayable. I've seen him do that countless times. When he gets that long all-pike on this kind of map, he is just absolutely barbaric, and you can absolutely just see what he did there. Completely
Shema 7-0
single-handedly.
Yeah, that's so yeah, Ace not that just yet. We're going into the final set already. Like I'm feeling that this is going so fast.
Hasn't it? Lot of Frios.
Yeah, so 6-4 still in favor of OIDA, but with the final set, this could just be a sneaky A victory, or we might actually go to Winterberg. It's still possible. Oh, no. Winterberg is still possible.
You're solo casting if it goes to Winterberg, mate. I can't hang around for that. It's too stressful. We'll see. This is squeaky bum time, right? This is if you're AE, they can afford to lose 1 round. Is that right? Or no?
If they lose 1 round, then it's gonna end up on Winterberg. So they need to get a clean 3-0 to win it without the overtime map.
So for AE, they're going to be going into this suddenly. So they went into this last set with almost nothing to lose, right? They're pretty much out of it. They're probably quite relaxed, and suddenly you've got that glimmer of hope, and that could be quite difficult, but even harder now for OIDA, where is that doubt starting to creep in? You think? I mean,
yeah,
lost 3-0, and not just lost 3-0.
One thing to give in favor of OIDA, they're gonna be playing with 2 crossbows now. Maximu and Matt are gonna be playing crossbow. If they do get their early kills, it might be difficult. For to lose, to lose
around.
Are
still the favourites, but I mean, you get 1 chance as a Swardian crossbowman on this before you get pelted with jabs.
Yeah. On the other hand, AE just won like a very nice 3-0.
I mean, it wasn't close, was it? I mean,
it wasn't really close. Like I would say the infight in the second round, like where OIDA started team killing, looked like a little bit troublesome. But then again, like, yeah, A just managing to close it out and not giving these rounds away like they did in like the second set, I would say, on Reverend, where they like the first and second round should have gone into A's favor there.
I mean, they'll be kicking themselves for those lost rounds now. Now, I think they probably weren't quite sure how this map was going to go. But now they've won that 3-0. I mean, those 1 or 2 rounds, they would have been pretty significant difference. So, A, needing that 3-0 here. Anything's possible with these factions. It could be a 3-0. I mean, we saw the 3-0 that side. It can be a 3-0 for either side. Both of these factions have such lethal weapons.
Yeah, I think it's going to be really crucial who's going to win this first round. Like, of course, even if OIDA wins this first round, we might still see Winterberg, but if AE win this first round and they can start like buying up, it's gonna be tough. As we're going into the fourth and possibly final set of this grand final between OIDA and Apis Europae. Let me quickly adjust the score once again, as it is 6-4 still in favor of OIDA, but Apis Europae is starting their comeback on 4th of Honor, so we'll have to see if they can continue this. OGL playing as the sole archer for AE.
Makes sense. He's been having a great tournament actually, but we'll see. This is, like you say, this is what OIDA want. They want Matt, they want Maximu, they want them both playing, because these guys are absolute the cream of the crop.
Yeah, last set Maximu had 11-2 and Matt had like 6-1. So crossbows are something they're used to.
A will be happy with this. It looks like they're going to try and contest up as well, which I like. And it's going to be a bit harder for those crossbows to play into this.
Yeah, OGL putting the pressure onto Maximu. Got shot.
Yeah, it looks like one's going the long way around over that bridge, which isn't always the easiest thing. And A looks like they're going to abandon the platform here.
Maximu is going to start pressuring upstairs.
Wasting their jabs a bit, I think. Cavalry kind of skirmishing as well. That's always going to favour the all pipe faction.
Maximu almost dead though, but he's still alive. Scar is going to pressure him. So here comes the cavalry. Oh, Thor manages to stop Axel. No kills so far. First kill for AE though. Visconti down. Kills going left and right. Gibby in a 1v2. Yanksar helping out. A nice kill from Yanksar. That's a nice one from Matt. It's 4v4. Ooh, Axel losing his horse there. Nice work from Gibby. Gibby with the kill as well. Axel now trying to stay alive. Oh, Gibby with a headshot with the jab.
That's so important, that.
Matt with another one.
And OIDA securing around there.
And that's just, I have to say, that round almost purely Gibby clutching that out there. As it was a 4v4, Gibby getting the dismount on Axel, getting the kill on, who was it? I forgot names. Can't remember.
Well,
I think he got 2 kills there. So
that jab headshot was the straw that broke the camel's back. That was the final kind of round-winning play. Jansar also really good round there from him.
So yeah, if he can come back from this, we will see the overtime Winterberg, and that will be my dream coming true. Casting a final on Winterberg. That's what we all want. But yeah, now Gibby looking really fancy with that red armor, just like Am did last set, sorry.
And we've got that potential now for that Swardian snowball, where they can start getting really tanked up.
Yeah.
Still, doesn't matter how tanked you are. One jab to the head can ping you anyway. But neither team's been able to make great use of the jab so far.
Yeah, except for Gibby there.
Yeah.
who had a nice one.
Once the fight breaks out, they've managed. But there haven't been too much those early jab kills which we've seen in the rest of the tournament.
A little bit of a standoff here. Flag still quite high,
Nords
like
are fine
halfway
with this.
there.
Nords are happy to fight here.
There comes in Gav.
Getting a bit strung out here, the Nords.
Yeah, need to watch out for that long Alpine Cav though. As first kill is for Thor onto M. Scar with one back onto Visconti. Thor with another one, that's his double. Using that Alpike.
Pretty hard to come
Gibby
back
with a
now.
kill. Oh, nice one from Peter though. Nice one from Axel. Peter. Oh,
no.
That's an unfortunate team kill though. As it's a 5v3 in favor of OIDA.
Yeah,
that's
and
not what you want to
Peter's
see.
the man you want alive in these situations. And looks like OIDA on the winning lap to their well-deserved tournament victory.
Indeed, as OIDA will clean it up here, and Apis Europae will fight back for some more rounds, but that's
I mean, they looked 100 times better on this map, didn't they? We've had close rounds. Even when they've been losing, it's been close. They had that really good first set. So, I mean, obviously, seemingly not really sure what they're strong at, because this isn't their this isn't the map they picked. They picked an open map which they got stomped on, and they didn't want this map which they've looked 100 times better on.
Yeah, it's I don't know. It's so many factors. I have to say, like, for example, when they were playing on Serenets, like them losing those first 2 rounds, or like basically first round draw, second round they lose, when they had everything going in their favor for the flag. Yeah, I think it's just not being able to fill in the gaps, and
yeah, I mean, they looked really disjointed on that open map. They looked like bereft of ideas to me, and like well, not bereft of, they looked short on confidence, like they didn't think they were going to win. They've looked much more confident on here. They've just got this nice inf ball that's getting a lot of kills, and then obviously they had Shema going absolutely wild. But this OIDA side, I mean, we were talking about the crossbows, but I mean, they're so strong across the board. You got Brian playing absolutely brilliant stuff, and then Jansar, I mean, he can play almost every class to an incredibly high level. Gibby, absolute stone cold killer. Error as well, wave user. He's always that dangerous. So I mean, a brilliant team and well deserved winners.
Yeah, definitely. I think nobody can doubt that OIDA is the deserved winner, and they seem to make it a clean one here. As we have a triple, a quadruple for Brian, a triple for Gibby, and it's all left to OGL. He's in a 1v1 with Matt. Yanks are just gonna come and throw the jab. Misses it, but Matt finishes it off.
Yep,
and there we have
good sports playing out the final round. Yeah, well done them.
Oh. So that's quickly gonna adjust the score here, as it's 9-4 in favor of OIDA. So after all, I would say a really good final. Congratulations to OIDA, commiserations to AE, but yeah, showing a really strong performance on Ford of Honor. But I think we can all agree that OIDA is the deserved champion of this tournament, with losing not a single game. So
yeah, the hungrier team, I think, the better team won in the end, which no one can really complain about.
Yeah, I think it was a good final. Maybe a bit quick though. It was still close, even though it's like 9-4. I felt that the games were a lot closer.
Yeah, I mean, there were a lot of stomp sets, though, weren't there? Even with that draw, I mean, it was what?
Yeah, definitely.
Every set was 3-0 apart from a 3-1, though.
All right. Interview. I don't know. Does anyone want to do an interview? We can get some interviews going. Is there anyone from OIDA who wants to do an interview? Talk about their hunger for the victory. I actually don't know what are the prizes. I see t-shirts in chat. So we got some t-shirt sponsors.
Yeah, I think it's not just for the. I think it was the top 3 teams got t-shirts. I can't remember. I'm not 100%.
Yeah. I'm not up to date with what the prizes are. I'm not playing, so I don't care.
There's definitely t-shirts involved.
All
right. It was a pretty good tournament in the end. I think my only, the only question mark for me would be, like, I think 2 of the teams had 2-week breaks, which I think is probably a bit much. But it was good, and it's I mean, it's great to see warband tournaments no matter what, right?
Yeah, no, I think it was a really fun tournament. I've kept quite up to date with it, except for like somewhere in the middle I missed a few weeks. But yeah, I think it was a good tournament, especially Division A. Really enjoyable to watch because every team could win from every other team, and that's not always been the case in Warband tournaments.
No, it was a more interesting Division A. I know the last WNL's Division A was like 2 teams and then 4 teams, and it was just a bit.
Yeah. Gonna get Gibby in for a quick interview. Hello there, Gibby. Can you speak?
Hello.
There we go.
Hello, mate. Now. Well done. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Also, screw you.
Lovely.
Yeah. It was a good match overall, I thought, actually.
It was a bit closer than I was worried, to be fair. So.
I wanted to ask 2 things. First of all, how was it after the third set when AE got that 3-0 when they started the comeback?
I mean, it was pretty negative. Like, honestly, when there was that round where I team killed Era and Thor team killed someone as well, we were like the mood then was like, it's a disaster. Like, we're just gonna kill each other for the rest of the map and it's over. But yeah, I mean, we were worried going for like I was worried, and it sounded like everyone else was worried too. But
I think you picked up that really close round after that, didn't you? In that on the 4th set, and I think that seemed to settle your nerves.
Yeah, like a good infantry only fight at the end of the round for me calms my nerves, brings my confidence back.
That was exactly what you needed in the first round of the 4th set, I guess. Where you got the nice kill with the javelin. I don't know who you kill with the javelin though.
It was Shema. I hit him with the jab.
Yeah, that was. I mean, you have to say if they had won that round, who knows? Like, I guess it could have gone either way.
I mean, because honestly, that round, like, it started off really poorly for us, didn't it? If I remember correctly, like we were getting smashed.
It was
in that
actually
corner.
the whole time pretty even, I would say.
Certainly, I remember that when the crash happened and all of the infantry were there, like the 5A infantry and the cab, I was just spinning around with my shield up, like doing my best to survive. Like, I felt completely overwhelmed. In that
your cav had all like absolutely bombed onto Ogle as well. It was a pretty chaotic round.
So like if we'd lost that round, like having like it being so chaotic means that you feel like you can't really do anything. So if we'd lost, like feeling like you can't really do anything about it, then yeah, like that would have been really damaging, I think.
Yeah, but you didn't. You won. So here we are. How are you feeling? We weren't 100% sure what the prizes were. Is it t-shirts we thought?
I believe it's t-shirts. It's not just for first place, is it? I believe it's.
I think it was top 3, was it?
Yeah, I think that's what it is.
Well, that'd be nice. You get a nice OIDA t-shirt with a little pig and blanket on it.
Yeah.
Just what every man wants.
It is the best thing to have on your shirt.
100%.
All right. Anything you want to say to all the OIDA fans out there, Gibby? Any shout outs you want to make for this tournament?
Yeah, I have to shout Javi out for choosing the pig and blanket for the banner, because that's going to look incredible.
Yeah, it's a good shout, that.
I have to say, like, looking at my screen right now, like the pig and blanket with AE's logo, it's a perfect final match. Like these 2 logos, they just fit together so well. So yeah.
Yeah, and I guess just shout out to the rest of the team, because I feel like we played really well all of the tournament and I enjoyed it. So.
All right. Anything else you want to say, Deacon? If you have anything else to conclude this tournament with.
Yeah, shout out to A. I'm disappointed in you. You suck. And then congratulations to OIDA. Thanks for having me on, as ever.
Thank you for joining me.
And thanks for all the tournament organising and stuff like that, because I know it's a pretty thankless job at times.
Big shout out to all the admins. Big shout out to Arwen as well for helping me out with everything. Big shout out to Kane as well for joining some of my streams. So yeah, really good tournament. Really good matches as well. I think I haven't kept up to date with Division B and C, but Division A was really good, and it was fun to watch some Warband again. Since Bannerlord still needs streamer mod, so they will just fix it so I can stream some Bannerlord tournaments. It was great performance, great great warband action that we saw. So looking forward to more of that. So yeah, I think we're gonna end the stream here. So congratulations again, Gibby.
Thank
you. Thanks, Deacon, for joining me. And hopefully we'll see each other for another tournament. Goodbye, everyone.